All right. This is a community service announcement brought to you by Urban Radio Tulsa Online, your smooth jazz destination and the voice of the black community. I am Ray One, and today we are fortunate to have Brother Mareo Johnson with us on community service announcements. How you doing today, brother?
I'm good, my brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Right on.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, no problem. So now, for those who are listening to and that are unaware of Mareo Johnson, tell our listeners a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, for those who don't know, I am one of the community leaders in Tulsa. Been for years. That have been advocating for our community for quite some time. I'm the founder, executive director of Black Lives Matter Tulsa chapter. I also sit on a few different boards and committees, advisory boards. I also serve for the mayor on the sales tax overview committee as one of his appointees. I've just been reappointed this year to another 3-year term. So I'm busy doing that as well. So I've just got my hands in a lot of things. And I'm one of the pioneers of music, of hip hop in Tulsa as well. I do ministry. So just a lot of different things. For those who don't know, I'm all about the people.
All right, sounds good. Now tell us, how did you get started in the promotion business, and how long have you been doing it?
Well, as far as promotional business goes, years ago when I was first in the rap game.
Okay.
Doing shows, going out of state, things like that, as far as advertising, promoting, and things like that. And I also, just throughout time, from the time I was basically probably like, I would say 16, started going into the studios and making, professional sounding music.
Mm-hmm.
So ever since then,
okay.
I've been busy promoting, advertising, putting on shows, events. So I do a lot of community events with a lot of help from others, of course. Outdoor community events, whether if it's Stop the Violence, things like that, or brothers coming together, Crips and Bloods uniting, just lifting up the women, lifting up the brothers, and just a lot of different things I try to just touch on, whether if it's education, community, justice, reform, just a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now, Oklahoma Birth of Legends Festival celebrates the 50th year of hip hop and pioneers of the local hip hop scene. Tell us, how did this festival come to Tulsa and specifically to Guthrie Green?
Right on. Well, this is something that has been brewing in my spirit, in my heart, and my mind for a long time now, for some years.
Okay.
So it's just now coming into fruition. So I reached out to people, talked to the right people to make it happen, got some sponsors and things like that, and reached out to people that I knew was going to be involved. So it's bringing pioneers and also those who don't know who the pioneers are, bringing them together on one stage, things like that. And so, and then this is also leading to something bigger next year. This should be big as well.
Okay.
But it's just basically also to try to spearhead our music and hip hop in Tulsa being documented, of having documentaries of where we come from in hip hop in Tulsa. Because when you look around and see all the other regions, and as far as the coast, West Coast, East Coast, South, they all have documentaries on the pioneers, the influences of music in their state, in their region, in their neighborhood, stuff like that. But we don't have that here in Oklahoma and Tulsa. So this also is putting a mark to go ahead and spearhead that happening, because I feel that it's needed. to have documentation when we are rich in history here in Tulsa.
Right.
In a lot of different ways. So from Greenwood, from the Gap Band, just all the way down from Greenwood to Deep Turley, you know, how the music has evolved and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what this is about. So it's more than just an outdoor event, a concert, a festival. It has a vision attached to it.
Okay, cool. Now tell us, what should we expect when we get there?
Man, you should expect a dynamic moment, a time you won't forget. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes, good people. Just expect also a moment in history.
All right.
Being a part of history in the making.
Yeah, sounds good. Now, I saw the poster and you got a long list of performers. Now tell us some of the national and local performing artists that's going to be on the lineup.
Okay. Well, most of them is local, except we have some coming from Texas and Oklahoma City.
Okay.
But the ones coming from Texas was here in Tulsa, was born in Tulsa, originally from Tulsa.
Yeah.
As well. So we have Colossal Gas, who's a guy who's very influential in the music. We have Waba Hacha, who's a pioneer, been around for a while as well. And we had the same manager years ago, matter of fact. Me, him, and Player 1000, D-Rob, we all had the same manager at one time. I don't know if you've heard of them guys or not.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. And so just a lot of, we got a lot of people on there. Full Flavor Kings, the band, you probably heard of them. They've been around a while.
Right.
Because, matter of fact, years ago, I would say in like 1999, when the Sputnik Tulsa World had their first music awards, we was in it.
Oh.
Yeah, we was all in the same category, Full Flavor Kings, my group at the time, and everything. So that was back in the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of people, man, and everyone is bringing it. Someone told me the other day when they seen the flyer and the poster, they said, man, this is something that you have to pay to go see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because everybody's pretty much professional.
Right.
On there, Doja, he's part of the Vets. Part of the Vets group. We have Kevin Reynolds, who sing. A lot of people know Kevin. He's one of the best singers around here in Tulsa.
All right.
We have Nasty Baby, who's R&B group. They're doing things, and I think they're gonna be going somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna be definitely going somewhere. We have Big Burner, who's also a legend, been around a while. We was rapping together years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. He made his first over-the-counter project was produced by Player 1000.
Oh, all right.
So it's a connection with all of us,
yeah.
somewhere. Yeah, and so Young 30 on there. So Gas Guzzle Entertainment got a good following behind him. So it's a powerful lineup.
All right.
Apple. It's a powerful lineup.
Okay. Well, I mean, from the sounds of it, it sounds like you are a true hip-hop fan.
Almost definitely a student of hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was always paying attention to hip-hop, reading the Source magazines, all the way back to the Right On magazine.
Right. Absolutely.
Having the posters on the wall and all that. El Cool J, I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? So I go way back. I'm a student of hip-hop.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
most definitely. I started rapping when I was 11.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, that's big.
I wasn't really that good at the time.
Hey, we all start somewhere,
I didn't know how to write a rhyme, but I was freestyling.
Okay.
I freestyled up to the time I was 15.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was so good at freestyling where I could just go in the studio and they put on the beat, and I just start going right there, make the whole song, the chorus and everything as I went.
That's saying a lot, man, because most folk have to write it down and then they go to the studio.
Right. So, but then when I wrote my first rap, which was called Gripping the Mic, at 15, and I just started writing, just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
And so as I kept writing, then I couldn't freestyle like I used to. It took I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it took away the because that's all. Right. The creativity was still there, but I couldn't just.
It just didn't flow.
Yeah, where I can just go freestyle and make a whole song like I did at one time. I could still do it, but not to the level that I was doing it before I knew I could write.
Right.
That's the reason why I never did write. I didn't think I could. So I just like, it seemed hard. It seemed hard to me.
Yeah.
But when I did it, it just flowed. And I was like, this is easy.
That's all right.
So so I'm a natural. That's when I found out. Okay, I'm a natural at this.
Right.
So I'm more than just a rapper. I'm a writer.
All right.
See what I'm saying? I think about what I'm writing.
Yeah.
And it have to make sense. It have to have substance.
And have a message.
And have a message. You know, I'm not just gonna just say anything.
Right.
So
Well, that's probably one of your inspirations that got you going. I mean, you had that in you already.
Right.
So a lot of people, they develop it later on, but at 11, I could say, man, I don't know what I was doing at 11, but it wasn't, coming up with no raps.
I'm beating on grandma's stuff. Got the cassette box right there recording and just talking stuff, not making no sense at that time.
Yeah, right.
Until I kept doing it and got better. So that's how that. That's how that metamorphed. Then I ended up getting a beat machine. My mama bought me my first beat machine.
Oh yeah, you gotta have them.
Yeah, and I started making beats.
Right.
Matter of fact, I was 15 when I started writing. That's when a little bit after that's when I got the beat machine.
Okay.
Yeah. Couldn't tell me nothing since then.
Oh, I bet, because I had one myself.
Okay.
And once you get to, putting them beats together, it gets bigger than just having it in your mind.
That's
you
right.
get to actually hear it.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and add stuff to it and make it a real song. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do you believe that hip hop is finally getting the recognition that it deserves?
Most definitely. It should have been getting the recognition that it deserved.
Yeah.
I remember when it first got going. But I'm gonna tell you this: when I heard Melly Mel, "Don't Push Me," I was probably like 6.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, "What is that? What in the world is that?" It was new to me.
Right.
And so that's when I first started paying attention to rap.
Okay.
I mean, just listening to it and hearing it. But yeah, hip hop when it was created, people was thinking that it's not gonna last long.
Right.
It's just a
fad.
It's just a fad. It's gonna come. It's gonna go. And then I remember I don't know if you remember the Hip Hop Police.
Mm-hmm.
So what the Hip Hop Police was doing, they was watching all the rappers,
That's right.
and they was raiding their studios. They was watching them, trying to get stuff on.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So this was all a ploy and a plot to kill hip hop, to destroy it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when you create the Hip Hop Police, the police hip hop,
That's right.
Man.
it's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. That means you onto something.
Right.
You onto something.
You onto
Get
something.
involved. Right.
Exactly. So
Wow.
that was terrible. But rap is so strong that it haven't went nowhere. It just evolved, and especially overseas. Now it's just all over the world. You look on TV, it's commercials, it's in movies and things like that. And when Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, when they did the halftime show, the Super Bowl halftime show, that's when I said officially, hip hop now has been embraced. It has been embraced by America. Now it's always been embraced by Japan and places, in other countries. It's been embraced, but it just wasn't really embraced here. But now when they went on national TV, Super Bowl halftime,
that was big.
That was big.
Yeah.
That's when I said, okay, now it's getting its due.
Right.
So I'm saying, now that he's saying hip hop is here to stay, we just might as well, grasp it, engage, and work with it. Because Sugar Hill Gang, they were the ones, that enabled people to make millions off of hip hop.
Right.
They was the first group that made money. And so if it wasn't for them, everybody that has anything to do with hip hop, whether if it's a producer, the videographer shooting a video, a hip hop video, whatever it may be, if it wasn't for Sugar Hill Gang, it wouldn't be no money to be made. Wow. So it's it's $1 billion business.
$1 billion business. And I tell you something about that Sugar Hill record. I wouldn't got that. It was like almost 10 minutes long. It's like, but you was rocking to it, man. It sounded good. All right. Now, in a recent news article, you mentioned you wanted to bring the camaraderie of music artists together for a thriving music scene. Expound on that.
Okay, yeah. Because Tulsa has a lot of potential to be major in the music, as far as the music scene go. And what I vision is a lot of people coming together, working together, right? And creating that camaraderie to where, we see the money through hip hop here in Tulsa. And when we work together, it's even better, right? I mean, it's better when we work together.
Yeah.
Because it's it helps. It's easier to see the results.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you look around like Atlanta, if you go to Atlanta, that music scene is bumping. You know, producers, and it's not hard to really get in and do something.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, and make something with yourself in music if you have that talent and that gift, right? So that's what I'm talking about here in Tulsa, where people can come and they can get on. They ain't gotta go through a lot of tape and hula hoops and things like that, to where it's the open door, right? To where where one day we can have our own distribution here in Tulsa.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because it's important that our city become a world-class city.
Yes.
Right, to where we be a one-stop shop. Just like if you go anywhere else to a big city, everything is there, right? So there are some missing components that we are missing here in our city.
Right.
And I believe that that's one of them, is a thriving music scene.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Especially in the genre of hip hop.
Especially in
you
the genre
got,
of hip hop.
some others, that do, maybe some funk or maybe some, country and western and all that stuff, but not hip hop.
Not hip hop.
No. All right. Now, tell me, how do you feel about the appropriation of hip hop?
Well, expound on that.
Well, of other cultures getting in and stealing from hip hop and taking it and trying to flip it to make it seem like exploitation of it and making it seem like they originated it.
Right. That's not right.
No, it's not.
It's not right.
I agree.
Because respect need to be, where respect is due, it need to be, due.
Yes.
And people need to respect that.
They do.
And it's just like a lot of things in history that has happened when it comes to the innovators of blacks creating things and inventing things. But that's the one thing about hip hop. It's still, it's still understood and recognized of who the originators are. No matter, of the ploys to try to take it, to try to, flip it and say, hey, this is us, we did it. Because we still know that DJ Kool Herc is the one who did it.
Right.
He was the one, the front runner who cracked it off. Hip hop.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's never going to change.
Yeah.
DJ Kool Herc is the man.
He's the man. That's right. All right. Now, will this be a family-oriented event? As far as I'm saying that because sometimes our hip hoppers, they get a little explicit, they get a little vulgar, and if kids are gonna be out there, how's that gonna be done?
Well, see, everybody know how I operate.
Okay. Okay.
So I've already told everyone, make sure your music is clean, make sure it's edited, make sure it's something that you can play on the radio.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it is a family friendly event.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just told people to make sure that everything is clean.
Okay.
Because everything that I do, I always make sure that the music is clean.
Yeah.
So kids can listen to it.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Grandma can listen to it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be an epic event.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we're excited as well. Now that sounds really good because being a family oriented, that means everybody can come out, have a good time and enjoy it. Now tell us about some of the vendors that's going to be there.
We're gonna have a Fancy Made vendor there. We're also gonna have Celtic Hat Company. They're gonna be there, and it's what he does. He can take a material from your jacket and make a hat out of it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, nice stuff too. Yeah, I was like, wow. Then we'll have Billy from Black Wall Street Market.
Okay.
She'll be there as well.
Okay.
So it's gonna be some. We have probably about 11 vendors. We didn't want a whole lot of vendors because the main thing is the music.
Right, the performance and
Right. Yeah. So we didn't want just a whole lot of vendors at the moment.
Now does that include food as well?
Yeah.
Food vendors along with that 11?
Right. Glow's Ice Cream would be there, which they also have food.
Okay.
They have ice cream and they have food too as well, loaded potatoes and some other stuff. Yeah, so they'll be there. But we'll have snacks like hot dogs and chips, which that would be free.
Yeah.
But if it's a 4-hour event, if people don't want a hot dog and chips, they can also purchase some food.
Right. Something
from a food vendor.
In their belly, exactly. Okay, Mareo. Now tell us again when, where, and what time, and will the Oklahoma Birth of Legends Festival kick off?
Right. Well, it will be September the 17th.
Okay.
From 2 to 6 p.m. and that's at Guthrie Green 111 East Reconciliation Way. Make sure you be there. Matter of fact, beat me there. You know what I'm saying? So if you beat me there, you're going to be there early. You know what I'm saying? But it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, from 2 to 6, so be expecting an epic moment. Making history at the moment, in the makings, at the time, with living legends and pioneers in the game as we see hip-hop go to new levels and new heights, and also celebrating the 50th year of hip-hop.
All right, that sounds good. Well, Brother Mareo Johnson, we thank you for coming on our show and, just dropping that information on us, because it's going to be definitely informative for all of our listeners to get in, and we want to invite everybody in the Tulsa and surrounding areas to come out and support. It's going to be a big deal.
That's right.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right. You're welcome.
And you've been in the house.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right. You've been listening to your community service announcement brought to you by Urban Radio Tulsa Online. And if you have a community event or concern you'd like to address on this segment, email us at urbanenterprisestulsa@gmail.com. And again, I'm Ray Wan of Urban Radio Tulsa Online, your smooth jazz destination and the voice of the black community.